You may have heard the terms resume, CV, portfolio, and cover letter, but what do they mean? Today we're going to cover those definitions and help you out. Hi, my name is Will, and I help people who are getting their first jobs in digital marketing or already have that job excel in that career and get higher income and impact in their career. If you want coaching on that, link is in the description. But let's get down to these definitions because they're really important in the job industry. First is resume. Now, a resume is something that is typically 1 to 2 pages at max for it to be optimal, and it covers a high level but very impactful summary of your experience, your skill sets, and basically what you can deliver to your job and what makes you impactful. And there may be some achievements and more experience telling your story on there, but it is more kind of bullet point and high impact on your experience and your skill sets. This is very common and most job postings require a resume. Now a CV is different because it is more detailed and is more focused a bit on your certifications, your accomplishments, and your experience versus more of a resume which is more high level, punchy, and focused on your skill sets. So a CV is something that is going to be more likely to come out and be asked for in certain countries and regions of the world, like Europe or Australia and some parts of Africa too. And you're going to see CVs more often in certain job postings. Things in academia or job postings in certain skill sets that are intensive or rigorous with the certifications necessary. These are skill sets that you may see that they ask for a CV instead. And at a minimum, they're 2 pages and they're usually multi-pages. So they're longer than a resume. Now let's cover what a cover letter is. A cover letter is essentially, and this is where people get it wrong, they don't write a good cover letter, but a cover letter is where you're supposed to tell your story in more detail. Whereas a CV or resume may just cover the facts, a cover letter gives you an opportunity to write an actual letter that essentially tells your story. It works that storytelling muscle to fill in the gaps that your CV or resume can't, because you're able to tell an emotionally compelling story, and humans respond better to story than just facts. So that's really where you kind of get ahead and be more impactful and convince that job employer to get you into that interview. Ideally, a cover letter should be no more than 1 page, but these are rules that aren't always followed because people don't know how to write a good cover letter. You don't want to ramble. You want it to be punchy and impactful. And then lastly, a portfolio. Now, a portfolio is something where you actually deliver and show what you can actually do. You have full-length completed deliverables for whatever skill set you have, and you attach these deliverables to your portfolio to show that if they hired you, this is the kind of quality of work and the style that you're able to accomplish. So with a portfolio, it's very high impact, and it's very common in certain professions, creative-based professions like graphic designer or coder or programmer. Those are ones that are very much likely to basically benefit from a portfolio. But for many professions, digital marketer as well, it can be very beneficial to add a portfolio. They're not usually asked on a job posting, but you still want to do it sometimes because you're going above and beyond the average candidate. And even if you can customize a specific deliverable to that job posting or that job you really want, you can really stand out beyond the other candidates who are not doing so. So that's why portfolios are oftentimes all the rage now, because you can stand up a website and deliver this digitally now for certain professions. And then you can attach the graphic designs or whatever, even photos of what you create. And this really can wow the employer or actually show you tangibly what you do rather than just theoretically. And so you definitely stand out. So I highly recommend a portfolio if it's a profession that you're applying for that suits you. So guys, what do you do now that you're in the workforce? How do you actually stand out Like I said, you need to optimize each of these things, have a high impact resume with the right bullet points, saying the right things that make you stand out. I have other videos talking about how to do that. Same thing for a cover letter. There's a right and wrong way of writing a good cover letter. And then lastly, the portfolio. If it makes sense for your profession, do it. Even if it's just one deliverable that is tailored to this dream company you want to work for, that will help you stand out beyond the typical employer and candidate. And even if they don't ask for it, usually in job postings in the Americas, they're just asking for a resume and the cover letter is optional. Well, even if it's optional, you definitely want to include it. This is how you stand out above the typical employer. So if you want more videos and tips on how to write a good cover letter, how to write a excellent standout resume or CV or portfolio, I have other videos on my channel for that, so subscribe. And of course, if you're ready to reach out for some coaching, link is in the description. Also, if you're not, check out my free email newsletter down below yet, where you can learn more about me. I share tips I don't share anywhere else in that newsletter. And sometimes I even offer freebies that are well worth it, like free coaching calls, where you would typically have to pay. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.